written on the board also. So there are three companies XYZ. The requirement is given in the first column. X requires dollar loan and Y requires floating dollar loan and Z requires euro loan. Okay, and these are the options for them. Okay, these are the rates available for them, and we have to form a swap agreement. Okay, we all know that when there is difference in interest rates, this can be influenced by the companies involved. So the first step is you find out which are all the loans available for the companies at the cheapest rate. See, if you check in dollar loan, company Y is having advantage, it can get 5.25. If you take floating dollar, then Z is having advantage, LIBOR plus 0.6. If you take euro, X is having advantage, it can get at 6%. Okay. Now, first step would be, let us check the benefit. What is the total gain involved? Cost of funds without swap. Cost of funds without swap. See, X needs dollar loan. Okay, so dollar rate is 5.75. Y needs floating rate. Floating rate for Y is LIBOR plus 0.75. Z needs euro 6.25%. So the total would be 12.75%. Okay, the total would be 5.75, 6, 12, 12.75. Just ignore the LIBOR. So cost of funds without swap, we have found out X applicable rate, Y applicable rate, Z applicable rate. So it is 12.75%. Now let us see cost of funds with swap. Cost of funds with swap. X company applicable rate in fixed, X is having lowest in fixed euro. X euro rate is 6%. Y is having lowest in dollar. Y dollar rate is 5.25. Z is having lowest in floating rate. This will be LIBOR plus 0.6. You add all this together, 11.25, 11.85. Okay, so it would be 11.85%. So we have found out cost of funds without swap and with swap. Okay, the difference is the gain. So the gain would be cost with the swap minus cost applicable without swap. This will be 12. 11.85 minus 12.75. This is the gain is 0.9. Okay, either it is minus or plus, the gain is the gain. So you have a gain of 0.9. Okay, so this 0.9 can be divided between all these three companies. Okay, if you divide this in all the three companies, or you can take it as, see, if you find this little confusing, you can take it as cost of funds without swap minus cost of funds with swap. Okay, cost without swap minus cost with swap, thus that would be 12.75 minus 12.75 divided by 85, this is equal to 0.9. So total benefit is total benefit is 0.9. Each will have 0.3 percentage gain. 0.9 divided by 3 is 0.3. Okay. Now, first you can write net rate for X. Okay. So X is X wants in fixed dollar. Their applicable rate is 5.75 minus 0.3. So they would get the loan at 5.45. Okay. And net for Y would be, see, for Y they want floating, their applicable rate is LIBOR plus 0.75. See here 0.3, again here 0.3, this will be L plus 0.4, L plus 0.45. Okay. So net rate for applicable for XY and net rate for Z only, Z will be, they need euro dollar, euro rate is 6.25, 6.25 minus 0.3, this will be 5.95. So, when the companies, they take the loans at the lowest, whatever is applicable to them, and they swap with others, they get the gain, and their actual loans would become effective with these rates. So, that is actually they will be getting 0.3 each less in the process. Okay. Now, we will see the diagram, how we can show it as. Even up to this, if you have done, this will be good for your exam. So we have X and we have Y and we have Z. See, X is having lowest in euro, so pay is 6% to euro loan. Okay, see, X pays 6% to euro loan, and Y pays, lowest is here. Y pays 5.25 to dollar loan. Y pays 5.25 to dollar loan, and Z will pay LIBOR plus 0.6. Z will pay Libar plus 0.6 in floating loan. Okay, this is simple. Whichever is lowest you can just show it. And we have calculated what is the cost for X, Y, Z. Okay, so X cost is cost to X is 5.45. So X pays to Y at 5.45%. X pays to Y at 5.45%. Then Z pays to and Y pays to L at and Y pays to Z. Y pays to Z at L plus 0.65. L plus 0.65 and Z pays X to 6%. Okay, see 5.45 is the rate for X and okay, you will see how this is done, right? Now, cash flow to company. Cash flow to company X. Okay, so receives from Z 6%. Receives from Z 6%. That is, they need euro. So they have given this is from Z 6%. Okay, and it pays in the fixed euro 6%. And we are calculating 5.545 is the rate for X. Pays to Y at 5.45%. Okay, so it receives from Z6, pays fixed euro dollar 6 and pays to Y at 5.45%. And cash flow to company Y. And see, it receives from X 5.45. Receives from X 5.45 and pays to lender in fixed dollar market 5.25%. Pays to dollar market 5.25%, and it will pay to Z at L plus 0.65. It will pay to Z. See, you have seen the net rate is L plus 0.45. The net rate is L plus 0.45. They are receiving from 5.45 and they are paying 5.25 and they get a benefit of 0.2. Okay, they will get a benefit of 0.2 and L plus 0.45. Okay, and they will be paying to Z at L plus 0.65. L plus 5.25 is to Z See, we have calculated the net rate is L plus 0.45. Okay. See, L plus 0.45 is the net rate. Okay. So net rate is L plus 0.45. See, this L plus 0.45, and here there is a benefit of 25 points, 20 points. So if you add that, it will be L plus 0.65. You put it in Z. They will be paying to Z L plus 0.65. Okay. Anyhow, this net rate is very important. And now let us see the cash flow for Z. For cash flow for Z would be, it pays to X 6%, okay, and pays to receives from Y 0.65. We have found out receives from Y L plus 0.65%, okay, and it has to pay to the lender, pays to the lender at LIBOR plus 0.6, okay. So the net rate would be, here there is a benefit of 0.05, so it will be adjusted here. Net rate would be 5.95%. So when you do for the second, you have to adjust, you have to put the percentages. Otherwise, say up to, even if you can calculate what is the benefit and what is the rate for each company, that is, it will be good for you. Okay, the final steps, if you can, if possible, do it. Even otherwise, if you can find out what is the benefit and what is the rate. See, in this case, if you can find out net rate for X is 5.45, net rate for Y is L plus 0.45, and net rate for Z is 5.95, that would be suffice. Okay. So this is, if you follow the steps, it will be easy. The final steps are little bit complicated, and you don't bother. At least try to learn 80% of the problem. Okay. But if you practice, you would get the answers. Thank you.